All right, I'm clicking here, preparing to live stream. I think it's gonna be visible very soon, and I think we are live already.
Are we? Yeah, sure. Cool.
I think we are live. There we go.
Can we see the
there
comments?
We are. We can see the comments. I can see the comments. I think you can also see them if you click on the link. Might be the same I sent you right now.
Okay, I see that.
Perfecto. Cool. Perfecto. All right, everyone. What is going on? The day has come. Pretty spontaneous, but here we are with at this point a good friend of mine. we did a lot of things together in the past, and it has been a while since we did something together. So it's good that we finally caught up, and we have already people in the comment section here. We got people from ¿Sabes qué? Hay gente de España. Everybody. This guy speaks how many languages? 10 languages?
Yeah, sort of. 10, yeah, let's say 10.
Increíble. So wherever you're from, don't be shy. You can ask the question. He will understand the question. That's something that is definitely a plus.
Yeah, but I think we need to stick to English for everyone's sake. Otherwise, I would rather do this in Serbian. That's the language I enjoy the most speaking. So
yeah, it's very interesting. I was watching another video today about a polyglot, because they also really get used to the accent of another language. That's very rare. And I thought about you right away because when we got to know each other, and I'm going to introduce everyone now again. This is, of course, Gato and one of the founders from Nanowar of Steel, the amazing mighty band Nanowar of Steel. And 2 years ago, almost, I think, Gato, Eduardo, I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
we started doing some collaborations together.
We did reaction lessons.
That was so funny.
That's a part of it. And then the reaction to the reaction videos and how to properly react. Yeah,
that was good times. That was good times.
Corona times we had a lot of free time, and so we weren't playing around. We had a lot of free times in the evening to do these kind of things. We sort of disappeared in the last year or so. We're from the live streaming scene, so to say. We don't do much. We don't have time for that. Unfortunately, we have jobs and lives. So
yeah, people ask me like, hey, when you guys gonna do it again? And I said, I don't know. I think everybody's just too busy right now.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, similar. That was so much fun. We did some reactions. I was the professor, it was a lot of fun. And the fun part as well was it was always live. So we never knew what to expect when we got some crazy songs together. Sometimes we had to react to other reactors. That was also a lot of fun. I remember that time. So yeah, we always enjoyed it. Of course, one of the main topics why you are now with me here while we're talking is because you have a new record coming out.
Yep.
Very soon in March. Matter of fact,
March the 10th.
Exactly. On Napalm Records, as always. Yep. We love these people there. And this is going to be very interesting because it's called Dislike to False Metal. And I mean, if people know you, they know, okay, that's already amazing. But then I thought about it. I was like, wait a second. 1.5 years ago, you released Italian folk metal, the record.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second, Italian folk metal. And then the next one is called Dislike to False Metal. So my question is, was the Italian folk metal record false metal or real metal?
Of course not. That was real metal.
It was real metal, right?
Yeah. You might say our pop phase wasn't real metal. We might disagree about that, but you might have a point. I'm not going to argue about that, but Italian folk metal was definitely a metal album. So, unfortunately, I mean, we had to take the metal path back after the pop phase. That was very unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Very unfortunate, right? I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but I used exactly one of those pictures from back in the day where you look amazing. Everybody looks so good with makeup. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it was interesting when that record came out, 2021. I remember people being like, what is this? But then I thought, this is exactly Nanowar of Steel. That's exactly you. When nobody expects it, you bring out something like that. So I thought it was genius, and people liked it. And La Polenta, it's still stuck in my head until this day. Yeah, I know that people enjoy this album a lot, especially the sing-along choruses. Always a lot of fun. And yeah, Angie's in the house. Hello, Angie. What's up? Angie, always supporting you and everybody else.
Everywhere,
literally everywhere.
I suspect that if I had, had announced these earlier, then we would have all the usual fan base over there. Oh, actually, I can post it on Discord just for
Yeah,
everyone if anyone wants
yeah.
to.
Let's
We
do
have
this. Let's
an
get some
active
people
community
over.
on Discord. It's pretty cool to have.
Wow, what's the name of the server? Maybe some other people can join you.
It's called Pico Warriors of Steel.
Mm,
So
perfect.
let me just.
That's great. Yeah, everybody else. Oh, Angie also just posted it. She said, "Hello, Seda.
Okay.
What's up?"
Cool. All right, I posted it, so ready to talk.
Ready to talk. So, what made you guys actually decide? Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's now go back to our roots of creating not just the music but also the videos. Or were you already sure why creating the, of course, Italian folk metal record? This is just going to be a one-off, and then we will go back to metal. I mean, was that all planned, or did it just evolve?
So the idea with Italian folk metal was that we needed to do something in Italian because it happens to be our country, and it happens that we get a lot of stupid ideas in Italian as well, and so we didn't want to lose them. We want to have an album like focused on that. But yeah, as you said, like our identity is sort of like usual power metal thing. So power metal is usually in English, and that's what we are. I mean, also the first albums were all in English, most of them. So that is something, so sort of the natural way of. Then we have to be stupid. I mean, we aim at being stupid in several languages, and English is the easiest way of being stupid if you talk about power metal, to be honest. Because all the jokes, if you're gonna make fun of Rhapsody of Fire, then Raps or whatever, Blind Guardian, then the jokes work better in English, in my opinion.
I totally agree.
Yeah. So this is an album that there's many songs that we've been writing in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years. I think we wrote maybe 2 or 3 songs like on purpose for this one. Then the rest was ideas that we had floating around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
That's great.
So,
what I really like that even with the other record, even though it was, of course, in a different direction, you always really stick to your plan of creating hilarious, entertaining, quality, top-notch videos. I mean, this is really something. And I'm going to tell you, even after we talked and did all the collaborations, I still got new videos being sent in by one of your fans. And I was thinking, wow, so many cool videos. So I never really asked you in person who normally comes up with the core concept, or is it really like everyone just throws in ideas and then you almost brainstorm and you have a final result?
the usual thing is like a brainstorming process. Like someone comes up with an idea, like both for songs and videos. So for songs, usually we have, I would say, like the 5 of us, we sort of come up with some stupid idea, and then there's Valerio, the guitar player, is usually taking part of most of the music parts. And so, like, let's say, we want to do a song along the lines of Blind Guardians that talks about this and that, and then he comes up with some music idea. Or sometimes some of us comes with a riff or some other melody in mind, and then we work on that. We usually do Skype meetings, and we just talk bullshit all the time, and until something good comes. And I think this is, I don't know, it's probably, it takes a long time for us to write stuff. It really takes a long time, because then for every song we sort of need to all agree on what is the best way of doing that, or if it's not all, it's either most of us, and we really need to be convinced about some lyrics, and we really go through carefully, I think, about each text. We really spend a lot of time. Each word must be its own place. We have to have the feeling that it works. It's like it's what we want to do, and usually it's a process that we do together again. But again, for music, this Valerio really takes the largest part of the burden, and he also takes care of the pre-production. He has his own studio, and so he does most of the recording. So like when we want to listen to the song, how would it sound like? Then he does tests. Let's say, we want to sound it more, I don't know, more fast, more slow, and then he takes care of that. So that's the is really cool to have him doing that, because he's very, very good at that.
Yeah, Valerio's crazy. I mean, he's been so active right now, especially with Bardo Magno as
Ah,
well.
yeah,
Wow.
as well.
You know,
Yes, I don't
also
know how he
very,
managed to do that, but again, kudos. Is very active, very prolific, very. We are, we are lucky that he's in our he's a guitar player of Nanowar still. That it's very.
yeah. But every one of you, every individual one is a very strong character. That's the cool thing, because if, we talked about this with other people, when you find a band or you want to create a band, you might have two people that are on the same page and the rest are like, I don't know, you need to either convince them or you say, okay, everybody can do whatever they want. But in your case, you guys are such a unit, very rare, that you guys have all, what I think, the same taste in humor most of the time. Maybe
Yeah.
some crazier, some less crazier, but it's very interesting because you guys are just really feeding off each other's energy and humor. And of course, that leads me to your live performances and the tour, because this is a very major tour that you guys will start in a couple of months. Pretty soon, you guys will be everywhere. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last concert was a big one in Milano, right? One of the last ones.
So there will be a huge 20 years show celebration in Milan, and that's gonna happen in October. So like we made it part of the tour because we want to sell more tickets, and we are greedy. We need money to organize that, and we need to start selling tickets in advance. And I must say, for that show, the ticket sale is going very, very well. So if anyone is interested, I think they should grab their tickets as soon as possible, because it's most likely going to be sold out. It's selling already a lot. So and we're very happy about that. And we want to make a unique event that's going to be a once in a lifetime thing, really, for Nanowar of Steel and all the guests. We still didn't announce any guests. We're working on that. We need to understand the budgets and stuff, but it's going to be something unique and great. But the rest of the tour, of course, is like a regular European tour that normal bands do. We are not a normal band. We will start being, we are trying to be a normal band as far as live shows, tours and stuff is concerned, because we haven't done that much in the past, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was, and this is going to be like the longest tour to date. So it's going to be almost 2 months, and we're going to go pretty much everywhere in EU and UK. And that's, it's going to be a huge mess.
I'm gonna see you guys for sure. I'm gonna be there definitely this time.
You have to.
I mean, in Munich for sure. I saw already. I think it's gonna be even a Saturday. I think it was a weekend.
When you guys I have no idea. I think it's Sunday, because I think we play. I mean, we announced today another festival in Germany, in Geiselwind.
Oh, nice.
Then there's gonna be one in Aarburg, and then there's gonna be. I think then after that, there's gonna be the show, either the show in Munich or the one in in Vienna.
I see the 2 days right now, everyone. I see them. I mean, really, you're starting in Rome. Perfect. Then you go over later to Germany right away, Munich, correct? I see then Vienna.
So we got Italian shows before. Like in March, we're gonna play the Italian shows, and then we start the tour. So the Italian shows are detached from the rest of the tour, because we play at different kind of clubs, different kind of. I mean, Italy is a different country for us, not just because we live there, but because we have more public there. So it's
of course
it's sort of organized separately from the rest. We're still not so strong everywhere as in Europe as in EU as we are in Italy. So that's one thing.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that it's more, it's more relaxing. We just go there and play the weekends, and then we can go back home and enjoy our homes, which is it's something we do very gladly. Sleep on your sofa, on your bed. It's something we'll be missing for this tour. So
long tour, definitely long tour. I mean, I just saw the dates. So many. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. I just realized Hamburg as well. 9th of April. So that's gonna be super close to me. I'm gonna be there as well. And that is a Saturday. So even better. Or a Sunday. So yeah. We're gonna have a lot of fun, Eduardo. Maybe we can even shoot something behind the scenes.
Absolutely. We're all for that. I mean, I don't have the times yet. We need to get, but I guess we will be arriving at the venues pretty early. We were traveling with the nightliner, so usually we travel by night, and then I guess the goal is to reach the venue like in the morning, and then just chill out. So I think we will have time to do that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, that would be amazing. Of course, you guys released a brand new song a couple of days ago, Winter Storm in the Night, featuring the one and only Matt Lane. How did that come together? I was really surprised seeing her there. I mean, I know that you have on the new record a few other features as well that we might talk about later. Very interesting. But let me know about that approach. Very interesting constellation, and also cool in the video.
Yeah, she was. So we know about her because we know that she reacted to some of our videos and she was cool about us. And then we listened to Elaine and we really liked the music, and we thought that our voice would be a perfect match in that song. So we said, okay, let's ask her if she wants to be part of this, because like her attitude, the voice, and everything, and she seems to like us. I mean, one problem is that you might not believe this, but there's actually still a lot of people in the metal scene that do not like the things that we do, and we got a lot of, even like both from bands and sometimes organizers and people on the internet. There's a lot of sort of
really,
yeah,
even from bands.
Not well, they don't tell you, but then you hear voices. So yeah, we know that there's this. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you much about that because no one like from the bands, pretty much no one ever came and told us, "Oh, you suck." But we know that sort of behind the scenes there are some people in, not many, I mean, admittedly, but sometimes that happens, and so even for collaboration, sometimes it's it's tricky, so to say. It's we never know if people are, because people, like in metal scene, many people, they have their image and they want to keep their serious image, and they want to, like people to believe that they're faithful to it, so they cannot really joke around about that. So there's still those kind of musicians, which it's your choice. It's fine. I don't have anything against that. So I just taking note that you cannot be part of my project. It's fine. It's understandable.
Yeah, I think this applies to many aspects, Eduardo. I think this applies to many aspects of life. Unfortunately, you and me, for us, it's easier to just be ourselves. But other people in, again, different businesses, they try and they tend to hide behind this, I don't know, seriousness or whatever. Yeah. And that also, that leads sometimes to maybe talking not bad, but maybe not taking it serious. Something.
Yeah, that's I mean, definitely in the metal scene and within the fans, we've seen a lot of. I mean, there was of course a lot of positive reaction to the video, but then on some of the news and on some of the main Italian outlets, there were serious shitstorms.
Really?
Yeah. There was one. I think on the two main ones, there were lots of comments and lots of hate comments and people telling that we suck as human beings because some of their friends organized a concert with us, and we're really spoiled children, we don't deserve anything, whatever, these kind of things. And I was curious to ask, why did we really behave that way, which might have happened sometimes, that you're stressed and maybe you don't really do that on purpose, that you're maybe it's a long tour and sometimes you give the wrong reply to someone, but usually we try to be as polite and respectful as possible. I think everyone can confirm that, everyone that's worked with us. But sometimes it might happen that we are not. So
I can confirm it.
Like people can fluctuate, right? Maybe you have a bad day, and for whatever reason you treat someone badly. It's and you don't even notice. So that might have happened. But anyway, so that was this kind of thing that was sort of surprised me, because there's always has been, but for this latest record, I've seen maybe a little bit more flames going around on the net than I expected. But that's the reason why we've written the song. If you read the track list, as the Metal Boomer Battalion song, and it sort of talks about these things, and the dislike to false metal line is again, it's part of this project. Oh, it's like we dislike you. Yes, you're not true. It's so in a way these things mean that the album is working, right? So the concept is, of course, is right.
Of course. Of course, publicity is always good publicity. The name, by the way, Dislike to False Metal, reminded me so much of also friends of yours, Steel Panther, Death to All But Metal.
Yes.
I was reading it in that chorus almost.
Well, of course the initial quote is from Nanowar, so it's Death to False Metal. It's like,
of course,
we just moderated it, and let's bring this into the 21st century, like the 2023, and be like we still hate you, but we do it like we just dislike you. We don't wish death upon you. So that's the idea.
I was reading through the titles. It's so funny. I want
Yeah.
to read them out loud. We got Somber. We got
Sober.
Sober. Yeah, it says, by the way, it says Somber on Napalm Records official website. So
Oh,
I need to
no.
talk to them. I need to call Lucas.
Oh, I
Or,
didn't see that, but it's sober.
Yeah, yeah.
Sober. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, because I saw Sober earlier and now it says
Yeah.
Somber.
Oh no, maybe
Okay.
it's a typo from their side, but
Perfect. Number one it is, right? Track one. This is
yes.
at least this is correct. Okay. Number two, we got Winter Storm in the Night, obviously the single. Then we got
Yep.
Disco Metal.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that one. Muscle Memories. You know, reading through your titles, I see somehow like already a pitch for a movie or just a video clip in my head already. Disco Metal, Muscle Memories. I see Buffalo running around and crazy things. Chupacabra Cadabra. Then we got Pasadena 1994, Metal Boomer Battalion, Dimu Boogie, that's the best by far. Protocols of the Elders of Zion of Love, The Power of Emodium. I mean, this is insane. How many titles did you have to choose from to come up with those 10?
So we had, like, I think we recorded 14 songs during these album sessions. One was Armpits of Immortals. And then, yeah, we chose these 10 to be part of the album, and the other ones we'll see what to do with them.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get, the idea is like, if we get lazy and we want to take a break, then we have something to release in the near future, because we are, you know, it might happen.
Yeah. Armpits of Immortals.
But the titles are just, you know, the ideas that we had about the songs, and we said we want to do a song in this style and should talk about this topic. So let's do this.
Yeah, let's talk about one topic, Armpits of Immortals. I think, Eduardo, me personally, I think that was a home run with that one. I was laughing so much. Everybody that has been in a big crowd, especially live concerts in summer, would just kiss you for that and say, yeah, Eduardo, thank you. Somebody finally mentioned what is happening. Oh man, who had that idea? Was that your idea?
No, that was I think Valeria's idea. Like because I mean the goal was to have a summer festival song. I mean, we like to interact a lot with the public, and we do have some songs where we're doing a lot of interaction, like back and forth with gestures and singing and whatever. But we needed to do something new now for the new festival season, and then we said, okay, let's just, you know, we had the idea, and then we developed it and made it like in a sort of festival friendly format, so that we could make a very stupid dance that people could dance along when we play it. And of course the topic is very sensitive to the festival goers, because everyone knows that there are serious issues with other festival, you know, with other people that go to the festival when they don't wash themselves for that long under the heat. It's and someone had to celebrate this fact, and so we said, okay, we will do this, we'll take care of this.
Yeah, I never understood this phenomenon. I remember one time, this is a true story for everybody right now watching. This is 2004 when Metallica came back with the St. Anger, you know, the St. Anger tour.
Yeah.
And they were touring with Slipknot and In Flames. In Flames opened up, then Slipknot came. Slipknot just came back with a Duality after the 2-year break and after Iowa. So Slipknot was new and it became softer. And I remember in front of me, because headlining, of course, was Metallica. This is in a stadium. 2 really big guys. At that time, they looked like 60-year-old guys with no shirts, definitely armpits of immortal people, 100%, right? Or 100%. And when Slipknot and In Flames were performing, they turned their backs to them and just sewed the fingers, right? The whole show. Wow. Yeah, just those ignorant. We have them, unfortunately, in our genre. Metal people are sometimes very ignorant. This metal and nothing else. This is heavier, the topics. So
sure.
I remember I saw these guys, and by the way, again, super overweight, no problem there, but overweight, greasy, armpits, arms raised, and then just for like 1.5 hours showing Slipknot and In Flames the middle finger.
Do you smell them?
Of course you smell it. You know why? Because there was still a mosh pit. So every time you mosh, all of a sudden your face is there. Slide. That was exactly slide. Okay. So I every time I see your song, I see these guys, and I get angry.
Okay.
When was your last encounter with some armpits of destruction?
I don't know. Actually, not. I mean, I'm going to a lot of concerts lately. I've been to a lot of concerts lately, but I don't remember any armpit smell, to be honest. Because I didn't go to festivals, so I think it's mainly a festival problem. To concerts, maybe people go there in the evening, they manage to get a shower at least in the morning, and
Yeah.
so that's why Armpits of Immortal is mostly a festival song.
Yeah.
So I cannot recall because usually now in the last few years I'm only go to festival when I'm playing there. I don't have time to go to festival as a.
That's true. By the way, Eduardo, you lost so much weight.
Did I?
I mean, you did. How many kilos did you lose?
I don't know.
20?
No, it must be maybe 10. I don't know.
I think it was a Mexico trip that made you.
Yeah, it was Mexico food that gave me the.
Okay,
Montezuma.
okay.
No, I'm kidding. No, none of that.
It made you a Latin lady lover here. Okay. We have many people coming in now, a few more than earlier. It's good. Hello, Daniel Berger from Switzerland. We got Laura Loki. I had to Google what that was, Emodio. Laura thought it's Viagra.
Oh, well. It's Viagra. Well.
Maybe. Tiziana Penesi, como stai? Cool. Queen of Waffles from Denmark. What's up? Everyone, make sure to support, of course, the tour. I'm going to share the link to the shop, to the ticket shop later on. We're going to definitely make it happen. We're going to send some of you guys over there. Great live band, great people. And if you have any questions right now, let us know the questions. I will read them out loud. Confidential information, Tiziana says. Okay. There you go. And she says, hello. So, Eduardo, what time are you going to prepare? When are you going to prepare for the tour? You have already some ideas for the main concert. You said one of the major ones, but is everything already planned completely when it comes to the stage?
I mean, we have major plans. We need to do the rehearsals. We just got back. Me and Abdul, we just got back from Mexico. And so we need to work on the details of the shows. We want to do something new, and there's gonna be like old songs, and but we're trying to bring some new tricks to our live shows. So let's see what happens. I cannot tell you anything, but simply because we don't know much about that. We will be working with a team, and we have our light technician. Some of our fans know already, Lupo Lucho. It's been part of our crew since 2 years almost already. But it looks like this guy's been with us forever. We're such on good terms with him. It's just like, and so he's working on some ideas for the scene setting and lights and whatever. So that's gonna be cool.
I wanted to ask you something about you growing up and how it was for you in Italy, being a metalhead, or at what time you became a metalhead. Because I was talking to Cristina Scabia, we talked about this Lacuna Coil, and about her, her childhood and later on, of course, in Milano and the clubs that they used to have, and then they all closed down. How was it for you? I mean, the same venues, do they still exist that you went to, or is everything really changing?
So there are some venues that still exist that were hosting concerts back then when I was younger. So I started listening to metal around 16, when I was around 15, 16, I guess. And there I used to go to concerts with mostly with Carlo Alberto, with Poto Woto Minimac. Like the two of us, I remember we went to Stratovarius concert, to Rhapsody of Fire, but they were not Rhapsody of Fire back then, it was just Rhapsody. So we've seen a lot of concerts together. And most of those venues closed now. I think there's just one or two that are still there. It was weird. I mean, being a metalhead back then was weird. I mean, there was just a very small subset of friends that could be, were part of this club. For me, was something very exclusive.
Right.
So like I've been a true metaller for maybe 2-3 years until I realized it was bullshit. And I had to, that's why Nanowar came out. So I sort of had my conversion from true pure metal to who cares? Like, just enjoy the music and enjoy metal, of course, but you don't have to be a pussy. You don't have to be a dick about that, right? You don't have to, push this or like make this part of an elitist club. Like
exactly.
It's cool to be, it's cool to be part of the metal scene, but that doesn't mean it's an elite that is close to people who don't listen to music, which is metal enough. And that was my I really seriously, like when I was 16, maybe until I was 18, I had this phase that I thought, okay, it's either you listen to Pantera, Slayer, Metallica, whatever, but if you just listen to one pop band, then you cannot be part of my friends or something like that. I was very close-minded, like, which happens, when you're young, and it was this kind of thing you discover. There's this whole scene behind this whole brotherhood thing. There's a lot of things that you share with other people just because of the fact that you're a metalhead. But again, it doesn't mean you have to be a dick about it. Which it took me 2 years to understand, and then to start making fun of it. So
yeah, but that's what they don't like. That's why sometimes those bands, they hate it. It's an insecurity because they want to be untouched. They want to be untouchable.
Yeah, that's I don't know. For many people, I think it's like feeling part of this elite is sort of a comfort zone that they don't want to. It's their safe space. You're part of metal, and I feel better or whatever. I'm fighting the world because I listen to the right kind of music.
Yes.
But it's a pattern that happens for many things, right? Or even with sports, when people take too seriously their football club and they go, like kick some other people's asses because they support a different club and stuff like that. It's sort of the same mentality. You need to be a part of a tribe, and you want to feel the exclusivity of that tribe in order to feel good with yourself. So but that of course it's not something I support, and it's not something that is sane in general. So
yeah, you're completely correct. That one example with the football clubs is completely true. I mean, especially AS Roma, all those clubs, people going crazy.
Yeah.
Who do you support, by the way? Which club?
I don't support any football club. I'm not a big football fan. No, I sometimes, I don't know. There are some clubs I don't dislike, but
I actually am the same. People, because I was born in Madrid, they say, oh, Real or Atletico. And I said, you know what? If I really would have to choose one, I would say Atletico, because at least they're not like so full of themselves. That's the only thing I say. But other than that, I completely agree. Eduardo, we are getting some questions in right now here. We're having one question here from Tiziana. Tell us something about Joachim Broden from Sabaton and how that came together.
Okay. So
another big feature on the record.
That's the coolest feature we ever had so far, I would say. But not just because of, because of Sabaton and whatever. It's just because the Sabaton themselves, they are so cool. I mean, we met them. I mean, actually, Valerio met Joachim 3-4 years ago when we went to Milan for some promotion, and then Valerio had the chance to meet him. And it was very cool back then, but it was even cooler when we asked him about this featuring. We are in contact with Sabaton because of the Sabaton Open Air. And so we asked them about this featuring, and they say, okay, just let us listen to the song, and then if we like it, we'll do it. No problem. And it turned out they really liked the song. So, and it's a honor. I don't know. We already also, this is maybe a spoiler, but whatever. We're gonna make a video out of this, and Joachim's gonna be part of that.
Yes, there you go, exclusive. It's gonna be the next single.
Hopefully, no. We are working. This is gonna be a serious. It's gonna be a hard video to shoot, so we need to see it. We want to do it, let's say, and it's most likely it's gonna happen, but it's a mess. So we'll see. But
that's good.
The idea of the song, I mean, Pasadena 1994. For those who don't know, it's just to give some background. So the Italian people know it's like the saddest day, one of the saddest days in Italian history, when we lost the battle against Brazil at the final match of the World Championship. And so we said, okay, we need to celebrate. This was really Italy's lost battle, and it was so much Sabaton to me, because it's it's like this lost battle. You have all these songs of Sabaton about Gallipoli, or
exactly,
like the 300 in Sparta, and The Last Samurai, and all this, the last time, I mean, they made a whole album about this last battles of people being sacrificed. And that's, to me, for us Italians, is though I'm not a really big football fan, still it's like a matter of national pride. It's like this last match that was lost with the last penalty kick. Everyone remembers that. I mean, I was very young back then, but everyone still remembers that. If you're older than 4 years old, then you would remember that day. And that's it. It's the collaboration. I think it's cool. I wouldn't call it even a parody song. It's just because it talks about football, but the song is very it's sort of sad because it was a really sad day for Italians. So I don't know if there's something you can laugh about in that song. So maybe you can think about it as the first serious Nanowar song, because we're really talking about that sad day, that defeat against Brazil that still burns.
It still
hurts. Yes, it still hurts.
I can tell.
It still hurts.
Oh,
well, whatever. If you ask to seriously, any Italian who's older than 30 remembers that day, and sure, even the younger people, they must have watched the videos on YouTube and still regret that defeat. So, and he was the perfect guest. I think it was the most perfect match for that song, because he really knows how to sing about defeats in war. So
he definitely does. His voice, I just love it. It really is so authentic. It's crazy.
That's another little secret I'm gonna tell you here about that song. So when we wrote the song, we didn't really know which part he should be singing. You know, either the strophe or the chorus, whatever. And we just said, okay, can you just record it all for us? Then, you know, we pick up the part that we like the most, and said, oh, sure, no problem. And we had so many issues. Like at first we said, okay, we should just release it with this full voice, because it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it would have been basically a Sabaton song. It didn't sound like an Nanowar at all. So we had to put our voices in, but we really wanted to release it with his own voice only, because it sounded so great. And it just, you know, he sent us the files in a while, like, I don't know, a very short time after we sent the song, and it sounded so great. We were so sad we had to record it at some point. Our singers had to record it. It was, oh no, fuck.
Who knows? Maybe live together one day, if you guys perform together again.
Oh, that would be a dream. That would be a dream. Yes. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, who knows? But it's gonna be hard. But who knows?
Never say never. I mean,
never
even Tommy Johansson, he's also so productive with his YouTube channel, covering 80s, 70s, 90s, doing an amazing job. So these guys, like you said, very down to earth, very collaborative, you know, always up for something.
Yes.
I love them. A very good band. We got many other questions here. We got one question, Mark Fischer from Switzerland. Did Ingvar Kamprad refurnish your house after Valhallelujah?
Well, he was dead, I think, by the time Hallelujah came out, or he died. So, and I had to buy my stuff. I mean, I even had, like, my bed. I have the bed here in my bedroom. It's a Flex bed from Giorgio Mastrodda. The company was advertised by Giorgio Mastrodda, but they didn't dare to ask for a discount, so I bought it. Yeah. Same thing. So I didn't even try with IKEA. So it's
Mastrodda.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I had to pay everything out of my own pocket.
Really? Giorgio?
No, even the IKEA
the company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Eduardo, I was laughing so much. I was riding on the street last couple of days ago, and I saw something on the written, and it reminded me of something that me were watching 1.5 years ago. Kefico or Keficho, you remember the video? Kefico, this weird guy you showed me.
Yeah.
Who was this again? Like, it was this guy with
Franco.
Hair. Yeah, Pippo Franco.
Yes.
That was hilarious.
Yes.
What was it, the name of the song?
Kefico.
Oh, yeah. God. This guy, we need to check out more about him at one point. This was so hilarious. I don't know if the rest
I'm not sure he made much more. I mean, he did, but this is like his hit. It's like the biggest hit he has ever done. So the other one is not on top. You cannot compare it.
I think so too. All right, now we're having a lot of questions. So I don't know if this question makes sense to you. Somebody says, maybe I missed something. Tell us about your experience with the Backstreet Boys. Is there anything?
I'm not sure if it's related to the photo I posted on Instagram a while ago with my white suit. But we have some experience with Backstreet Boys. You will hear that on the album. There is a surprise song. I don't know if anyone can guess from the song title, but there is a surprise song that is pretty much from in the track list. If you read the titles carefully enough, you can guess which one is. That is Backstreet Boys related.
Protocols, maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, Torque von Thorn, Yo Mastrota. You say, yeah, Mastrota. You guys need to do something again together. That was so much fun, and many people missed that you were working with them together before the Polenta song. You know, you guys actually he joined you on stage. I think it was right.
Yes,
Before
2 years
this.
before that.
That's so funny.
3 years, yeah, 2.5 years before the Polenta song. Then we played the show together.
That's funny.
It might happen again, but I cannot tell you much about it. But it
Oh,
might happen
okay.
again.
We're getting so many new secrets here.
Yeah.
They wrote a song about Pipo Franco too. Okay.
It's not really we mentioned Pipo Franco in a song.
But not about the whole, not dedicated the song to him, right?
Not really. No, it's a song about Italian politics. And then we said that we should devolve some of the taxes, like put them into Pipo Franco's S. That's one. Anyway.
I would love to have a version of what is it called? La Via Adriano Celentano. They one very famous song by him.
Oh, I don't know.
La Via something. You can also cover Azzurro, maybe.
Azzurro. Oh no. We don't do covers anymore. Come on.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Nah.
Never again?
Maybe. I mean, who knows, but not this kind of songs for sure.
We're getting more questions coming in here. Angie has seen you at the airport.
Not me, though.
To Valerio, yeah, but I think Valerio. And they talked for more than an hour. That's interesting.
Wow.
Valerio, good guy.
Yeah, they were, I think, on the way back from Copenhagen.
That's it. That's exactly it. What happened. Man, I cannot wait to see you. I really cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait for the record, 10th of March. Very soon. I thought you're gonna maybe release it later on. You wanted to probably release it before the tour?
Sure.
That's the reason, because normally 2 months later it's very short, and I cannot wait.
It's okay. We have time to release a bunch of videos more, and then there's gonna be the album release. Then you let us know.
I got 2 more questions for you, Eduardo. And number one is, which music are you listening to right now? People always ask me, and I said, you know what, because of YouTube and everything else, not that much music. Maybe not as much as used to be. Is it for you the same? Are you too occupied with music to actually enjoy music yourself, or are you still?
Not at all. No. Actually, I moved to last year about my own flat in Rome. So I have my home, and the first thing I did was like setting up my stereo and all the CDs and the vinyls. And so I started buying CDs and vinyls so I'm listening to a lot of music lately. Like the last 3 weeks, I've been listening mostly to reggaeton and salsa and bachata.
There you go.
Because I was in Mexico, and there's some funny, like some songs you say, this is shitty. It's because it's reggaeton. Then you listen to it 3-4 times, you laugh, and then you say, well, I actually like this song. So I don't know if I should be ashamed of myself, but there's some reggaeton and salsa and bachata and whatever songs that I started to like. And so I have my own playlist and I listen to them sometimes. Some, they're funny, they're not so, but I still like enjoy listening to them.
Of course.
But otherwise, I don't know. I've been, I don't know. I listen to some Italian rap lately, and then usual death metal stuff.
I remember your death metal. I think there was one video of you going through your collection. That was real, an older video.
Oh yeah,
your CDs. That was amazing. I saw your death metal collection. That was really good. I think there was.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these members. So I'm very happy they joined forces together. They reunited last year.
Yeah.
So that was one of the greatest news. I think it's one of my favorite bands ever. And so I'm very, very happy they united. They reunited. But
yeah. With new bands, Eduardo, is so hard nowadays. People think it's easy because everybody can distribute music and use their own technology, whatever, to market themselves. At the same time, it's not that easy, because if everybody has a voice, then the problem is that everybody has a voice and everybody can just participate everywhere, and it's hard to detect quality over quantity.
You don't have time to go and do scouting. That's why you still need labels after all, because that's something we understood maybe later, because we wanted to do we did everything like self-produced and self-marketing and self-everything until Norwegian Reggaeton, basically, and then after that we signed with Napalm Records. But it's hard. I mean, it's very hard to reach larger web zines and to reach to get exposure. Basically, everything is very complicated. So you still need support from labels. And even when you listen to something, you just don't go randomly looking on YouTube for new death metal release. Usually,
of course not.
Get whatever gets out. You need some reviews, or you see that from your own label, or you see what other people talk about.
Yeah.
But still, there is some kind of filter. You never go directly to the look for something new. You usually it's filtered, so that's why you still need some kind of though the labels change, the road might have changed, but you still need them in a way to make some kind of filter to work. It might be a bad filter. I mean, that surely is a lot of good stuff that's been left out. There are a few underground bands I listened to. They said, "Well, this is mind blowing. It should be like on a major, I don't know, it should be outside on a serious label as soon as possible." But it's not, and it happened to me a couple of times. But usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, 100%. Usually 90 to 10% is the other way around. But then, of course, you feel even worse if you have a very good artist having almost no exposure because it's going to be a lot of work for them, blah, blah, blah. But the quality is 10 times better. We have many times people joining our live reviews, live music streams, and they send in their own work. Matter of fact, we just had somebody yesterday sending in some songs, and they were so good, from the quality to the structure to the sound to the production. I really told him, I said, you know what, if you would put this song and add it to a list with other major bands, there would not be a big difference. And he was like, thank you. I mean, it's cool. They need to know this, but it's it's very cool. It's very, very cool like that. All right, let's see if we got some final questions here for the
let's wrap it up because
here.
It's unfortunately late.
Okay, better ask Bardo Magno for that kind of parodies. Aha, we're gonna have like a competition here. Interesting.
Oh well, they do. I don't think they will do many covers anymore, but they did mostly covers. They did a lot of covers with Bardo Magno.
Okay, we got a very important question, Eduardo. This is the best question ever. Can we see Johnny ever in a Nanowar of Steel video?
Of course. I mean, we can. That's possible. That's not physically impossible. We need to find a role for you.
Of course.
We'll think about it.
Think about that, Professore. No problema. We can do this.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, make sure to follow them. Make sure to get yourself a ticket. The tour will be worth it for sure. And of course, make sure to follow them. Get yourself a copy. 10th of March, new record coming out. And this is going to be the 5th record, called Dislike to False Metal. And I think that's exactly how we end this conversation. A perfect conversation. I love you guys. You're amazing. Eduardo, gracias, mille grazie. Dankeschön. The man of 1,000 faces and 1,000 languages.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
See you later. Bye-bye.
See you later.